Hi world, my name is Angel. I think I'm gonna drop Majesty and just keep Angel. So hi everyone, my name is Angel and thank you for rocking out with me this afternoon on my YouTube channel. I hope that everybody can hear me perfectly well. My ears are ringing so crazy. Um, oh man, I don't hate to say this because I always like to control the shit that I say. But I want a lot of women who are single and you guys are coming across these motivational people's pages, or you guys are starting to sit down in these segments and you guys are paying top dollar because you guys are interested in going back there, going back in the dating scene. I want people to really, really be careful of the things that they are hearing from people. God, yo, I don't like using the word hate because hate is so powerful. And my mom always told me never to use hate because that's just the wrong word to use. And I hate the way that Dr. Brian is trying to mold these women into some ignorant shit like how she is. Some of the stuff, well, it's only one thing that I have shared of hers on my stuff, which was understandable. But for the most part, all the other things that she say is very, very taboo, especially coming from an educated woman like her, and an educated woman that's saying that for the most part that she has everything totally controlled and the way that she want to go about it and shit like that. And I feel like for the most part her shit is just not adding up. It's not adding up on different accounts is because you have to be realistic about some shit dealing with people. And she reminds me of a woman that has about 500 things on her fucking standard list of the things that she is looking forward to. And they have a very, very interesting, hi baby, hi. They have a very, very interesting video of her going around talking about she don't want to date a man because it's polygamy or polygamy and shit like that. Hi, how are you? And she's saying that she wants to create her own family. Now, for real, it's okay that some people want to create their own family. Now, this is the shit that I want to stress across. Now, it's a 50-50 chance. Listen, it's a 50-50 chance that a man that has kids, hi, baby. It's a 50-50 chance that a man who has kids, 9 out of 10, his baby mother might be a psycho. That's one. And two, 9 out of 10, he has developed a very, very respectable co-parent situation, meaning that however that they're going to arrange it is going to be very, very respectful. That I believe too that the same way females, because I hate that shit so much, that no female, especially if you have kids, should definitely not be around another man if this man is not going to be in your life permanently, right? A lot of women don't understand that type of I can say a little bit of a trauma, a little bit, because when you have certain men that come into these kids' lives and because they don't marry the mother and certain things, they have developed their own personal relationship. And that goes in man and wife, and it go with same sex and certain shit like that. I have to go to that aspect because if you have been and you've been with her for a very long time and you have created your own little relationships, I believe sometimes dealing on the growth of a person or the maturity of a person, and you know that you were in certain kids' life, people need to understand that aspect, meaning because it becomes tricky. It really, really does, and people don't understand that part. Meaning, and then also too, because it could be different. I always say that. Oh, hi, how are you? Yeah, you're right. Thank you, baby. Because Okay, I have to be real. Because if he was there and then now these kids are starting to get to the point where they're about to graduate high school and certain shit like that, it can go over to the aspect just because he's not there, you know what I mean? They might broken up and shit like that. I believe, and I think a real woman will understand this, right? Because with some, you understand what I'm saying? That don't have nothing to do with, let me see what you're saying. Why I've been around, or what ladies with multiple kids and even have some called me. Oh shit. What dad and uncle like? Well, first and foremost, I'm just saying, if okay, I can say like this for me and you. I'm gonna put me and you in this situation. If me and you are going out, right? There's no fucking way I'm gonna let my kids call you Unc anyway. Unc is like Unc, nigga. Like you Uncle Phil. Like Unc. No kid should be calling. If you with this nigga, nobody, your kid should not be calling your boyfriend Unc. That's one. And for two, I feel like the relationship over time, meaning, see, now I'm going into a different aspect, right? Because then over time, dealing with the maturity of the woman that you're dealing with, right? Off the rip, a woman should not I'm chuckling and shit because I'm chuckling because during the time in the road, a kid, meaning if it's the father or it's not, well, that's totally different shit. Stay here, bitch. Stay here. During the time, the kids, don't laugh. During the time, the kid should be able to get a great relationship. What I mean by the father and the mother is during the part of, well, the real father ramification is I penalize these bitches for telling all these kids they fucking business and shit and trying to pollute the mind of a kid's mind to go against their father. That's what I don't like. And I penalize a lot of women like that because at the end of the day, I don't have to tell my kids shit about their father. They're going to see how active he is. Shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of make believe shit going on. Meaning, here I go, I'm going into another aspect of it. I believe that a man has a right if he wants to have this fucking kid or not, bitch. Right? Yeah, I understand we've been doing it and I put myself in the fucking situation. Now I got pregnant and shit. But even when I'm telling you, even though, from the answer that this nigga is about to give you, anyway, have a blessed day, ladies. Okay, well, go ahead, toodaloo. Right? By the conversation, you must have did some bullshit. By the way he's going to respond, meaning, yeah, okay, we can have it, this is that and the third, or whatever, or was planned and shit like that, however, whatever, that's going to determine how he's going to interact and how he's going to provide. Now, if he's not financially stable, meaning where he can be able to be there, because a lot of people don't know, Pampers and motherfucking formula and all of that other shit is expensive to the motherfucker, okay, that's one, that's two, three, and four. Then you will understand that part, right? Because then he will be present. Now, it's another downside because this is shit that's going on with Nick Cannon and all his 11 kids. And I hate to talk about these niggas and their family. When you are now dealing with a guy that have multiple baby mothers and shit like that, and bitch, you just came along and now he got about 3 other bitches pregnant while you are always penalized for no woman in America and around the world should ever have to deal with that aspect of having to share him. Because, bitch, now I have to share my love. I have to share him. Meaning, and then I have to deal with a whole bunch of different things. And then a lot of women feel like they're getting shorted because he's not present. It's a difference between the two. When a man is present in the house and a man is not present in the house. Meaning the bonding part between the child and him. Meaning and just because now I got pregnant by him, now you mad because that's how it goes sometimes, right? Or however, because now he's getting to bond, meaning I guess the times and shit that maybe I have to go to sleep or however, or maybe he just want his own little personal time with his son or with his daughter. It becomes differently. Yeah. So because from the rip, from the beginning, y'all didn't have some type of a establishment, meaning he's agreeing to having a kid with you. He's agreeing to be present and shit like that. And because the way that it went out, and then some 9 out of 10 niggas don't really understand how deep they got their ass in, meaning now they just had a fucking crazy, a baby by a crazy bitch, and this bitch is totally crazy, and you have tried everything with every fiber within your fucking body to be able to be present for your kid, but this bitch is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. So now you, in the back of your mind, you are telling this little baby, your son or your daughter, nigga, I'll see you in 18 years. Now, depending on the way that this bitch has slandered him throughout the years, not really understanding and knowing the ramification, that baby, I'm just so sorry. At this particular time, I just wasn't capable enough of loving you. Because men are like that. Some men don't understand how to be a father. Some men are just on the go. Just like you have some men, because of their profession and shit like that, they can't be present as much as they want to be fucking present. And then they get mad and they get aggravated. But damn, here I go again. Knowing the understanding of who that man is and the shit that he have to do, then bitch, you know that he's not going to be able to be present in certain shit like that. So you really can't penalize the nigga like that. But coming to the dad part, once kid get that type of relationship and they feel like it, you know what I mean? Because kids, especially if they're not chores and they're now looking, that's why I always try to say the importance sometimes of, especially with the man, but I have to always go back to the beginning, because if you didn't ask this man, any man that you're coming along with, meaning just gotta be 100 with the nigga. Well, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to take this shit for the long haul and shit like that? You gotta say that shit from the beginning, right? So now, nigga, I know what to do with you and shit like that. So no, motherfucker, you can't come to my house. People don't understand that. No, nigga, if you just not talking to a person or whatever, even the niggas and shit like that, nobody should be knowing where the fuck you live at. Because at the end of the day, you really don't know if this nigga is really psychotic. You don't know how the fuck it's going. And I always penalize some of these girls out here, because some of these bitches be thinking that these niggas be wanting them and they're predators. Bitch, he's looking at your son. He's looking at your daughter. He don't really give a fuck. And then 9 out of 10, if you talking to somebody like that in the beginning, like that anyway, you shouldn't be having a man that's not your motherfucking kid's father like that, watching your kid like that anyway, off the rip like that. You feel me? And then even dealing with somebody that you talking to like that, you shouldn't be allowing this nigga not to meet your kids for a very, 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 very long time. Because in the beginning of any relationship, I have to figure out really who the fuck you are. Because every day, every situation, or is going to be revealed what type of a man are you. And it's an honor and it's a blessing to be able to meet motherfucking people, kids that you didn't birth. So it's very, very differently. It's not nothing wrong dealing with a man with kids. I look at a man who's dealing with kids. It's going to tell me everything that I need to know about this nigga. It's going to tell me if he's really a man or not. It's going to tell me the way that he provide and the shit that he's going to do. His real true character and shit like that is going to come out when you have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting into a whole nother aspect of a man having a kid. Meaning, and the dirtiness of women. I always say that. How the fuck? I'm a real woman at the day. How can I deal with the man and I'm with him? And I know he got kids. And he's not taking care of his kid. So guess what? We both two fucked up ass niggas. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think that women understand that part. Now the understanding of understanding, because at the end of the day, I trust him. I trust my husband. You know what I'm saying? I trust my boyfriend and shit like that. If he's telling me a whole bunch of different things that he gotta go pick up the kids, however that it may be, like the nigga who exposed Moneybag Young and shit like that. It was very, very confusing and shit to me, because the bitch wasn't gonna say nothing, and then I penalized these pressed ass bloggers and shit, because I would have been suing people left and fucking right and shit like that. Like, how fucking dare you put my motherfucking baby all up on the fucking internet, and then you got stupid ass people talking about she do look like Moneybag Young, like, oh my god, she's real, real pretty. Now you just put me and my fucking baby in harm's way. So it's a lot of shit that goes behind that. So I was confused, nigga. Like, even though he coming to the house that you bought, wouldn't you coming gonna do a little shit that he need to do? So you're telling me, so cool. He can't come here, however the fuck that it may be, because a real man is gonna act very, very differently. So not only did you expose this nigga, you just put your girlfriend that you said that you love so much or you care about, you just put both of them into jeopardy. So it's very, very different. But I say it's not really bad messing with a dude who got kids, because you're gonna see at the end of the day. You're going to see, if he's a real man. And then furthermore, it's going to let your punk ass know if you even want to be able to give him a kid. Because it's the privilege and the honor for bitches to give a nigga a kid. It's a privilege and an honor for me to give forth you life. Just like it's a privilege and it's an honor, I spit a little bit, for you to give me, for me, because we're both creating us life and a whole bunch of different things. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say a little bit about that, right? I'm not going into the side chicks. Like, I all the side chicks in America need to be thrown in fucking jail. I don't care. I'm always gonna say that, and I'm gonna say that until God put me in the dirt. No side chick in America should be having kids. Fuck that. No side chicks in America should be having kids, and no niggas should be impregnating sidekicks that have them have kids. But listen, you like, here we go. Now you want to trap me? Because that's all that it is entrapment. But why the fuck would you want to entrapnate me and my baby? You understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm a side chick, and I know that's what dumbass Dr. Brian said. She said all these girls, they're so content, they're happy being side chicks. Who the fuck? I'm just saying, who the fuck in what world is content of being a side chick? And then furthermore, I always say that shit. So you really think you're gonna confine my fucking baby to this room? Cause that's what happens and shit. Unless you some other type of different creature and shit like that. And if you are, bitch, kudos to motherfucking you. You understand what I'm saying? But a side chick, no side chick in America is supposed to be having babies. You know what I'm saying? Or I just like it. I look at it very, very differently. Or however, so bitch, you just okay, cool. You kudos. You love being in a hotel room. Good bitch. You know what I'm saying? You love just being at this one location. Like, what the fuck? You just a confined ass bitch. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so it's a different aspect, but it's for each his own. But I penalize all of them. You're like, what? I am. And then they want to get mad and shit. Like that shit on Love and Hip Hop with Michael Blackston, black ass. And this girl really had the audacity. He didn't come, bitch. Of course he didn't come. He got a whole nother fucking family. Are you retarded? And I'm just saying. You're like, for real. For real, for real. And then you got the girl talking about this, that, and the third. No, bitch, it's the penalty. Like, bitch, because somebody said on Twitter, they said if your boyfriend or girlfriend cheat once, can you forgive them? Right? Can you forgive them? Yeah, I can forgive them once. One time. That's all you get. One motherfucking time. And after that one time, I'm telling you, it's going to be some shit. You know what I'm saying? I might be angry. I might be frustrated. I might be wanting to do a whole bunch of different shit. But you have to let me get my whatever that I'm feeling. But once, and a lot of women, that's why a lot of women relationships, most apparently a lot of marriages and shit, can never recover. Because once I said that I've forgiven you, motherfucker, that means I'm not going to keep bringing it up every day, every second, and everything. And I have to make sure that my integrity as a woman, as who I am, is intact. Because once a nigga cheat on somebody, as much as certain women say, they think about a whole bunch of different things. It comes to, damn, I'm not good enough. What did I do? It's a whole bunch of different shit that a lot of women go through and they think about once they nigga have cheated. And then most importantly, the same way niggas don't want to picture a nigga bending us over and shit like that, we don't want to fucking picture that whole type of a shit. So then it's like a fucking picture and shit that keep getting thrown in our face all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And you have to come over different things. But if you say that you really love somebody and shit like that, and they actually understand what they did, like, you know what I mean, to hurt you, or to, you know what I'm saying, and hurt what y'all got and destroy what y'all got, and they understand that shit. Because for any man like that, once they did that, and I'm just saying, if we have kids and shit like that together, or however that it may be, that mean it'll be crazy and it'll be problems. Because then for some women, it's like, nigga, who is, somebody gotta go. Understand? Up. I didn't say it like that. But it would be, yo, because it's like, no, like, what the fuck you talking about? Well, I just gotta, some people just gotta leave in the middle of the night and shit, because you just have it. It could be very, very different. I'm just going from different levels of relationships and the way that different people and shit like that, because you got some guys that are crazy. Like, I don't mean to be in that aspect. Like, even though they fucked up and shit like that, or however, and they know that they fucked up or whatever, whatever, it's very, very different. Like, sometimes dealing with some men, sometimes, because it's like, where the fuck are you going? Like, I know I fucked up. And it's like, it's different. But I guess maybe sometimes, and the worst fear for any man, they don't want to live in a house by themselves. Meaning, at one point in time, all they heard was footsteps and shit like that. All they heard was good conversations at the dinner table and certain shit like that, or dealing with their kids, you know what I mean, running in, daddy, because I don't give a fuck what no man say. I think every man, like a good, but I can't say every man is a good man. I always say that. Every man in this world is a good man. They always been a great man. They always been a good man. It's just dealing on a different women that they have came across that have made this man bitter and angry, and now he's just fucking doing all the bitches that he come across very, very filthy. But before he came to that bad apple, he was very perfect. Very perfect. But I believe that every man on this planet should be able to experience that type of a pride of when they come in the door. That's the first thing that they can say. Because it should be in a very amazing feeling. That's all you, daddy! And they run and shit like that. Or, you do have some... For real, for real. This nigga gonna mark the baby before it even gets here. You like, and that's how it happened. Meaning the marking, why kids look like their dads and shit like that, is because all 9 months this nigga he just drove me crazy. He just harassed me, bothered me. We argue all the time, or maybe his mother was just doing a whole bunch of different shit, and she just got on my nerves. She just worked my nerves, or maybe her sister. Or maybe his brother, or maybe something. That's how certain kids get marked and shit like that. That's why you have certain people like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, get out of here. I don't want you to mark my baby. I don't want you to mark my baby. But you do have some kids that just come out and they just look straight like their dad. And it's very, very differently. So they get a different, like a bond shit and shit like that from over the kids and shit. So it's different. It's very, very different. But yeah, please stay the fuck, everybody, all the women in America, stay the fuck away from Dr. Brian. Cause I always say this, bitch, and I said she talking about polygamy, all of this shit, and she don't want to deal with people's baby mothers and baby. So bitch, that mean okay, I got her fucking ass. I got you right now, Dr. Brian. I got you right now. You like, why? Because bitch, you supposed to be a motherfucking top notch flight bitch doctor of the world. So you telling me all of this shit that you believe in a man and you know how to do this and you know how to detect. So you letting me know right there that you don't trust men. You don't trust a man. You don't trust a man. Because you supposed to be talking about, like, listen, like what? I know men. You like what? I should say it like that. But just like some men should know a woman, yo. I know, meaning I'm not, well, I'm different. I don't know about none of these other women, but I'm different. Dealing with certain stuff, right? It's different, right? So I don't give a fuck about none of that. I trust him. I trust him. I trust this nigga with my life. You know what I'm saying? I trust him with my life. I know that he's not going to do nothing. You know what I mean? I know that no matter what or however the fuck that shit may be, I could trust, I could bet on my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that he's going to make sure that I'm good. He's going to, you know what I mean? He's going to protect me. He's going to lead me. Confirmation, confirmation. Who the fuck is listening to me? Who is listening to me? Who's on my channel? Get off of my channel. You always snooping on my channel. You always snooping on my channel. For real, for real. You're coming over here, listening to what I'm saying, right? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. People, let me say, you'll be, nah, I shouldn't say it like that. But you're nosy, for real, for real. Some people be nosy, but for real, for real. But I'm just saying, right? So I'm just saying for this aspect, I know him. You know what I'm saying? So I can bet on him. So it's, I always say that. It's nothing that nobody can do or however what the fuck that's gonna make me look at him differently because I know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So it goes to the left, meaning you like, what are you talking about? Oh god damn. When you, oh shit, when you know, when you know that somebody has you very, very dearly in their heart and they love you, they care about you, and this, that, and the third, and shit like that, that's our world, that's our bubble. And they should never let nobody penetrate y'all bubble, regardless of however that it may be. Meaning the way that certain men and shit like that treat certain women. It's very, very fucked up. It's very, very weird. But if you understand, you understand. So why would I care about anything else other that's going on or however that it may be? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if it coming to the point where, it's like, shit. It's like when a motherfucker be like, this is that and the third. You be like, no, he didn't. Like, you was a lying ass bitch. It's like that. That's how people supposed to have relationships. Especially when a nigga be lying and certain shit. Like, bitch, you lying. Like, ain't no way. He ain't gonna do all of that. Like, you just fabricating the shit out of this confirmation. Confirmation. Who's listening to my story? You're fabricating the shit out of that. And then I'll be like, it doesn't matter anyway. Like, I'm just saying, now I'm kind of going to the left. Because I said this shit earlier. I was trying to say it earlier. Where it doesn't matter. You're like, bitch, it doesn't matter. Because he's not going to treat you like he's going to treat me. You like, what? And that's just how certain things are when it just come to life. Now, that's just dealing with the variety of a whole bunch of different things. And only why I'm saying that for certain people is because he loves me. You know what I mean? Why would he do that to me? And then that's why you have other people dealing with different ramifications, and then people could be feeling some type of a way, meaning, oh shit, I can't, like, why the fuck? Because you will have people calling people and want to argue with people. People want to have like secret meetings and shit, and a whole bunch of different other whoop-de-whoop crazy shit. And then you have people saying, this bitch, I hate when bitches do that. Any bitch who have ever orchestrated, this is what's going on with a lot of these girls out here. They be orchestrating, like, meaning they're betting on this nigga, meaning they're betting their whole life. They're betting 30 years on this nigga. They betting for 30 years, I'm going to live with him. For 30 years, I'm going to do this. For 30 years, I'm going to do that. For 30 years, I'm going to do this. And then because of whatever that happens, you'll have certain things that go against it, and now she's like having a whole fucking fit, and now she has a problem, and now this, that, and the third, and now she's yelling and she's screaming and she's doing a whole bunch of different things. No, that's your fault because you went, and that's how women are doing today. They're programming their whole motherfucking future off of the back of a man instead of having their own motion and having their own thing or whatever that they want to do. So no, Rick Ross, nigga, stop checking out women. Stop going on women's IG page. This is just a confirmation for some of you girls, some of them niggas out there, because it's all on fucking Twitter. Confirmation. Thank you so much, motherfuckers. Or whoever. People. Please. Please. I always say that. I'm not nobody's cup of tea. I always say that. I'm in a good relationship. For real. For real, for real. And then for the most part, He's talking about this, that, and the third. Like, I don't care about Birkins and I don't care about this and you in a $20 motherfucking Sheen shit. Like, nigga, before you was the boss, motherfucker, you was out there in Miami eating fucking oodles and noodles and shit like that, bitch. You was out there eating you was an average ass nigga. So that just reminds me over and over and over and over and over and over again. Then you are beyond this, and then he's talking about successful ass women. Show me the picture of your mansion. Show me a picture of your G wagon. Okay, so you fuck niggas. Y'all like materialistic bitch, and this is why, and that's so nasty and so disgusting.
They can hear you because you're talking.
No, but and they can hear you too, boo boo.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I'm saying. So you like materialistic bitches and shit like that. And like, so you're not a real man. I always say that. A real man like that do not give a fuck about all of that shit. They don't. They looking for something totally different, something other. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, for the aspect, I don't know. Maybe because I look at shit differently, right? Because you're just a materialistic asshole. Uh huh. And you're doing this. So what if that bitch got a motherfucking $20 motherfucking Sheen shit and she's just this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third? How the fuck is she? And I say that shit all the time. All the time. And that's what be happening to motherfuckers. You like, for real, for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because these these derelict ass, ungrateful ass, materialistic niggas, they're like corrupting girls sometimes, or to fit to a fucked up ass like status quo, and it can drive women crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, like, meaning, like, it's okay, it's all right. However, because I don't be doing that. For the most part, I just take notes and I listen to shit. But for the most part, like, you'll have the world like driving you insane, yo, to fit a fucking category of people who don't even know their fucking self, and especially with these niggas, because it just looks so nasty too. Like, even though you got all of that money and shit like that, nigga, that shit look mad nasty, that you changing bitches like your drawers, like that you mad sexually transactive, like spiritually, like, nigga, you got about 1,000 dead bitches in your soul, and then it's just nasty. It really, really is. And you like, not even that, because that lets me know that you don't even know how to conduct your own motherfucking self. I'm just saying, different bitches, different results. Because even though you mad active and you got a whole bunch of different bitches and shit, the smart thing about it is not to show all of that shit. Like, and it's beyond more than and then arm candy. It's about just having class and dignity. Cause I don't give a fuck. It's nothing more sexier than a nigga that understand that he don't have to fuck a whole bunch of bitches. Mm-hmm. For real, for real. For at the end of the day, for his ass, meaning him and I, we are the fucking prize. You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of like sugarcoating and putting down whatever it is that they're trying to put down. So I always say that shit. Like, fuck that fat ass nigga and any other nigga. And I always say that, yeah, you're definitely right. I'll say that fast. Like, you're definitely right. I'm just not the one for you. For real, for real. I don't have nothing. Nah, I'm not saying that because I got everything. I'm very confirmation. I'm very, very conscious of the shit that I say out of my mouth and a whole bunch of different things. But when they come through and come through with some real humble shit, those are people who really understand it. Like, they ain't gotta do all of that. They don't. And then it's just like, for the most part, then, like, niggas is out here. I'm just saying, just in general. Like, how the fuck you out here competing? Who got a bigger yacht? Like, you look like a clown. You know what I'm saying? That shit work for dummies. Like, oh my god. Like, oh my god. This nigga has a yacht. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. That shit is crazy. So what else I wanted to say? Yes, I talked about Dr. Brian, crazy bugged out ass that just keeps trying to fuck with these women around here and having them have all these fucking high ass stimulations and shit, and they're gonna be just like her, old as fuck. don't have really shit. You know what I'm saying? Just your bitch, your fucking standards are so fucking high and shit like that. You're just so, because educated bitches as well as highly educated black men and successful men, they're assholes too. You understand what I'm saying? So I always like to say all that money shit and all that other shit is very, very. It doesn't make no fucking sense. Especially a person like, oh shit, because it becomes personal sometimes. Like, I'm just saying that's definitely for a chick. Like, oh, especially for them bitches that be like, oh, you gotta make this, that, and the third. So my answer for shit like that, but bitch, I hope you making over six figures too. Fuck you going talking about you're not gonna date no nigga and he gotta be making this, that, and the third. Bitch, I hope that you are making that too. And then for the most part, because a lot of people don't understand that shit, because now I hate talking about the same stuff. It's like, I don't know. My theology of shit is totally different. But I just wanted to come on there and just say that confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always said, I'm not the one. You're totally right. For real. Please don't look at me. For real. I'm not in that season. I don't even do shit like that. I'm not playing with nobody. I don't give people that type of you know what I mean? Other than my own blessings and stuff that I got going on, that I know that I got going on in my life. Yo, I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not even doing it. I wish a nigga would talk to me. Like, and it'd be so funny because that's how I be sometimes. They be like, is this bitch serious? I'm like, I'm dead serious. Like, for real, for real. Like, like, no. People just, and I'm just saying, just for the most part, like, people be having mad problems and aggravations and a whole bunch of different shit. Like, I'm just so old and I'm just so corny. Like, for real, for real. Like, I ain't got time for that. Like, majority of my time, I like to work and I do a whole bunch of different shit and I'm in the house. And I don't know if it's because I just have a different mindset. And I'm just saying, and it's not trying to be smart and shit, but if it's not like I arranged to work with like certain nightclubs for me to be there so I can bring all of my gang there and we can have a good time and turn up and shit like that, then I don't need to be out there. I don't go out to clubs. I don't do all of that because I'm not searching. You like what? No, it's different between girls want to have a good time and then they're searching and they're doing a whole bunch of different shit. Like, I don't fiend for attention. I always say that shit. So no. And then I guess we can go into the aspect because I was talking about damn. It's okay for guys to go out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind that. And I wouldn't even harass him like that. Not too much. Like, babe, I'll probably be, like, bored. Like, oh, my God. Like, are you coming home yet? Like, God, I'm fucking bored here. Like, for real. But to be, like, on him like that, fuck no. Like, okay, I'll see you when you go home because that means I can watch some TV some more. Confirmation. Who is listening to me on my YouTube? I never heard this phone go off so much. And when I'm at home and I'm doing this, like when usually you hear that doo-doo-doo, it's like a confirmation. So I always say that. Like, no. And then especially like whatever he's doing or what, I don't know. I always say that shit. Like, I don't be giving a fuck about that shit. Because he going to be so excited. You know, I'm just saying, he be excited when he come home. Like, hey, babe. Especially when you're dealing with different women who not like that and shit like that. Like, this nigga call like, ding, ding. Why the fuck you not calling me? What is wrong with you? Like, no. Like, are you all right? Of course I'm all right. Just like when, I don't know. It's different. So creating a family is just all about how you want it and shit like that. You can create whatever family that you want to, but you just got to make sure everything is good. You know what I mean? That you have some type of a, like, good, like, I don't know, like a good relationship and a good communication and stuff like that. That's all that matters. But I hate when dumb bitches talk about black men. Let me tell you something. My friend Kinetic, God bless Kinetic. Kinetic dead. Do you know his baby mother, after she pushed her fucking son out of her punani, she gave the baby to my brother friend, that's my brother friend. Well, he no longer here. He died. Gave him to Kinetic, and he raised that baby, yo. I actually witnessed a black man raise a baby from a week old, and he took care of that boy. He raised him. He did everything, him and his mother and certain stuff like that. And she just went gone. She just went missing. So you have some great men out here who are great men. It's just, unfortunately, they just had a baby by a dumb bitch. And now you're gonna penalize him because he had a baby by a dumb with confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Who's on my YouTube channel? By a dumb bitch is not his fault. And that's what the fuck dumbass Dr. Brian is trying to tell women. So you don't do that. Don't listen. Don't never let the world dictate your happiness. For real, for real. I was trying to come on here earlier, and I was trying to say how, yo, you have some people sometimes who know certain people are talking and they try to assassinate them in a worse way. Like this nigga ain't shit. He's not shit, yo. He is not gonna treat you right. Like this nigga is that and the third. He famous, he this is that and the third. He getting all these bitches and shit, and you really think that this nigga gonna love you? You really think that this nigga gonna respect you and shit like that? Niggas do fuck shit like that. So if you're allowing people to dictate the way that the next person is going to treat you, or niggas want to say certain shit about females, however the fuck you want to put it like that, this, that, and the third, to try to convince you, then you get what you get, yo. You deserve to be by yourself. You for real. You deserve everything that come with that. And would be so funny sometimes people jump off the porch, meaning they come up with their own conclusion about shit and they don't even be knowing what the fuck be going on. Like, you know what I mean? I can do all of this. I can do all of this because this bitch is fucking. This bitch is doing this, that, and the third. And the bitch don't be doing nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. So you just penalize her because you think that she fucking. You think she doing this, that, and the third. And she's not fucking. She's actually fucking loyal. Well, mm-hmm. Or it could be like that with the dude. You think he doing this, that, and the third. He doing, and he's just not doing nothing at all. He actually just doing everything that he needs to do. So from a miscommunication and because people think that other people are doing what the fuck that they doing, it just can be very, very fucked up. And that's just life. It really, really is. So I'm just happy that I don't know, man. I'm just happy that certain people. Thank you, Spirit. Another confirmation. I'm just so happy people are in a great space, and I hate that I gotta keep talking about certain things. I'm just trying to see if I covered everything that I needed to. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. I was trying to say earlier because the world couldn't hear me. They only heard just a little bit when I was trying to say I was happy. I was, for real, for real. I was just trying to just show acknowledgement. Sometimes you have to show people like the things that they're doing, yo. Who is this? You have to show people what people are doing, meaning somebody just texted me. I don't know who the fuck that was. And they called me by my whole government name. So now I'm ready to get the fuck off alive and be like, who the fuck is this? Like, it's so funny because I got my name tattooed on my back. I got to get it redone over. And especially in the summer times from the different outfits that I be wearing and when I wear my hair and shit pinned up. And certain people don't know me, especially dudes or whatever. They be like, Angel. I be like, how the fuck do you know me? I be forgetting my name is tattooed on my back. For real, for real. But, yeah, man. It is what it is, man. For real, for real. Like, I never seen so many goddamn scientists, like for real, so many scientists trying to dissect good relationships, this, that, and the third, how to go about it. But what's really, really getting me like crazy right now is just I don't know, man. It's like I feel sorry for you, wealthy, rich, successful, high profile ass niggas. I mean, goddamn, like the market and the menu and shit, it's just swipe to the right, swipe to the right, swipe to the right, swipe to the right. Like, and then it just feel like most of these motherfucking bitches who on social media or whatever, it's like they're like promoting that shit. Like, go bitch, go bitch, go bitch, go deal with a nigga who got money, go bitch, go bitch. And then it's like you got the old bitches who been passed through. I'm telling the actual facts. You got all the old bitches who have been ran through by quite few of these niggas. For real. Now they talking about the downside. Like, bitch, don't get in it. For real. This is that, and the third is gonna happen, and he's not gonna treat you right, and this is that, and the third. And then you got the other bitches and shit. They passing niggas around, and niggas is so retarded because bitches be putting niggas on. Bitches be putting bitches on niggas. For real. Go get this nigga. This nigga buy good Birkins. This nigga, I'm telling, this nigga's a trick. For real, for real. And then you got it like that. And then you got the bitches who tricking with the niggas. For real, for real. It's all over. You got the bitches that's tricking with niggas and shit like that. And then now she's just so pressed to show that this nigga put her on a jet and shit like that. Yo, this shit is crazy. Yo, it's just crazy. Then you got the other fucking bitch who came out talking about she telling niggas she charged $50,000 to date her and shit like that. And what I said, so 50,000, here I go. I'm real wicked. So bitch, if I'm giving you 50,000, that means that's a year work, bitch. I'm not giving you no 50,000 every fucking month and shit like that or whatever. And that's crazy. You like what? That's crazy. And guess what? She just fucked herself up. Cause I'm just saying for any other nigga that come across this bitch and they see her, they gonna be like, they never gonna take her serious. Just like they're never gonna take that Cleopatra bitch serious. And I don't even know why niggas keep fucking her. I'm just saying, like, god damn. For real, for real. And then I think she said she wanna have a kid or and it's so nasty because she said that these niggas is going in her like she's not taking plan B and shit. Like, god damn. Niggas is playing with lives. Uh-huh. And then you just got a whole bunch of lying ass, snake ass bitches who said that they love certain people and they really did love motherfuckers because that's what Stephon Curry wife said. That's how they wrote it up. Like, damn, if I leave him, I'm only gonna get like $2 million worth in fucking child support. Like, goddamn, like, so my baby is a fucking price tag? Like, you understand what I'm saying? And then you got motherfucking people being mad and shit because they saying that their kids and shit is gay. Their kids and this, that, and the third. But y'all motherfuckers wanted to sell y'all kids to the highest bidder. You like, what the fuck you talking about? When people want to come up here, want to be influencers, want to be this, that, and the third, and now you're putting your kid on social media, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never see me put my kids. Y'all might just hear me and shit like that or whatever, whatever. But I'm not showing my kids and putting my kids up there to the world. I don't give a fuck if Walt Disney try to offer me a fucking, or whoever, like, you gotta put your kids. I'm like, I don't know what to say. We're gonna have to write some type of another fucking pitch around here because I'm not in that season. Because a lot of shit come like that with, like, showing your kids and doing all of this other shit. Like, my kids is not a performer. Fuck that. My kids are not for sale. You understand what I'm saying? Bad enough the world hear them the way that they hear them. But when it comes to certain shit like that, no. I'm going to keep it a buck with everybody around the world. Like, I don't show my Christmases. I don't show my Thanksgivings. I don't show a lot of different things that I do with my family like that because that's my family. And I'm not trying to take anything away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe something other than, okay, maybe a little down part of it, but to show my babies like that, I'm just not in that season like that. Nah, fuck that. We're not for sale, especially my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like a little shit that I do, whatever, however, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? My oldest son, he was all right. He came and he talking shit like that. So if it's something like that, then cool. But like my babies and shit like that, no, I can't do that. Bad enough I was showing the football and shit. You know what I mean? That's the only probably part that I'm probably gonna show because I really want to put awareness to Pop Warners, meaning Pop Warners around the whole United States of America, meaning the great opportunities that these kids get from just doing Pop Warner. You know what I mean? And I was very, very happy that these black men out here that are really, really still active like that, with these kids like that. And I felt, I mean, just as a black woman, just seeing like the dynamic and how these black brothers are out here still doing with the kids like that. It's like really, really amazing. Like for real, for real. It's the most amazing feeling. So I always like to say that. So I'm dead serious. I will be taking donations for that shit. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. Like, no, donations. Like, what? Especially if these kids need something. Because all in New York City, they're about to start. I don't know how their season is, but I know in the borough that I live in. And then, it's going to be very, very nice because it's the first year of my son. He's just trying to figure out his footwork and a whole bunch of different things. And this is like a first. Well, it's very special to me because I'm a football person. I love football. You know what I mean? So now he's getting into a sport that I love. Now, once he dominated and he do everything that he needs to do, however, if he want to go professional with it, then he go professional with it. If he don't want to do it, then I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to push some shit like that on him because I know if he was to go to the NFL, his life would change. And, like, you know what I'm saying? No kid, I always say that shit. No fucking kid in America should ever have that weight on their shoulder, meaning, God damn, I got to hurry up and finesse this. I got to hurry up and do this because I got to take care of my mom. I got to take care of my brother. I got to do this. I got to do that. That type of a scrutiny and that type of a pressure on a kid's mind and on their spirit and shit like that. They shouldn't have that. The only thing that I want my son to do is just worry about football. That's the only thing that our kids should be worrying about. Live and breathe. Just think about football, basketball, baseball, however the fuck that they want to do it. However. But you do have that shit. Now it changed because different protocols and shit within the college league, so it made them a way where they can get their little money and they can do this, that, and the third from off of different brands. So that's totally different. You understand what I'm saying? So even on that aspect like that, so I think a kid should be a kid because that's how I was raised. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised to be like a kid, like you know what I mean? Just be a good kid, good grades, do this, that, and the third. I didn't. No kid should be worrying about other different things. And for me, I like to protect my kids' innocent. I think every parent is supposed to protect their kids' innocent, meaning the different environments, the different things that they that happen to them. And I don't like to talk about the downside, meaning when different sexual acts happen to kids because once kids get violated in that way, yo, it's like their whole innocence and shit is taken away from them. And they become broken a little bit. And for some kids, it's like, why the fuck? I always get mad at that. Like, why the fuck would you want to destroy this baby life like that? Why would you want to violate this baby life like that? Boys and girls, and it's so sickening. It really really is, especially when you have all these crazy ass fast ass women and guys out here, that'll do anything that you want them to do, but you would rather violate and do shit to kids, yo, and fuck their whole world up. Especially that case that I was watching on TV. This man kidnapped this little boy, yo, had this nigga in an isolated, I'm not even gonna say it because I hate when I see certain things and I come across certain things. That's why some things I don't like to watch because I can feel people's agony, their pain and shit like that. And then I don't never want that image, especially it's two images, especially this one image and this one story that I read. Yo, I swear to God, I wish that I had never touched it. I wish that I never read it. There's no way in hell that a boy is supposed to be violated like that. No way. Why would you want to violate a boy like that? Especially a baby. Like, yo, don't make no sense. So y'all have a good day.